This challenge is out of the comfort zone, to say the least.
I believe the world's most difficult physical challenges can be accomplished with just 1 hour's training a day. My name is Dale Hardiman, and I've given myself only 6 months to prepare for arguably the hardest single-day endurance event in the world, the English Channel. Let's go get it.
Yeah, hey, ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. New me, no time to waste. Look at me and see I don't play. I keep running on out of shape. Need a hero, go find a kid.
I'm en route to the swim cube to see my good friend Stuart Hacker, my swim coach, and he is going to be responsible for getting me technically efficient in order to tackle this swim. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm the best swimmer in the world. I'm definitely not. I don't really like the cold, and to be honest, I don't really like the sea. So this challenge is out of the comfort zone, to say the least. Now, Stuart is an absolute legend. He got me prepared for my Ironman races a few years ago, taking me from basically no swim experience at all to being good enough to get the race done. I'm going to be averaging 1 hour a day's training, as I've touched on, because that's what's achievable for most people. Most people are busy, they have commitments, they have things they've got to do with their lives, they have jobs, they have children, they have responsibilities, maybe they're caring for parents, maybe they've got 2 jobs in this economy, right? A lot of people don't have more than an hour a day to train, to allocate to events or to self-improvement, for instance. And I've got the hypothesis that with an hour a day, you can achieve great things if you're efficient and consistent. In fact, I believe the world's hardest events can be achieved in just 1 hour a day's training. I looked at the averages that people do for the channel swim. On average, it's suggested that people do between 15 to 20 hours swimming the first year of preparation. And in the second year of preparation, that people do peak between 25 to 30 hours of swimming. Now, I'm going to be doing 1 hour a day on average. So that's 7 hours per week. Well off the recommended. But I believe with the right training, it's fully achievable. So let's see how it goes. I'm not too far away from where I was. I'm probably technically better than what I used to be. Just a bit heavier. Not as swim fit, I'd say, because I haven't been doing any swimming. Yeah. But I'm comfortable swimming. Just on my technique, technically still need to improve significantly. My idea, my hypothesis, is that on an average of, this is where your mouth's gonna drop, you're gonna be shot. 7 hours training a week. Okay. You could do any endurance event.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
I would argue that it's the hardest part anyway with endurance swimming.
Yeah.
Because anyone could put in as many hours as they wanted to swimming every single week, but if they didn't get any better or more efficient swimming, their goal's still a long way.
And what I'd like to do is come here weekly and do technical stuff. And
There'll be a lot of work to do. I'm a huge believer that anything can be done if you put your mind to it.
Awesome.
But you got to be. I just think you've got to be prepared to stretch the boundaries of your hypothesis as the evidence piles in.
Which one did you do?
CS mate.
Because that's sure not do CS8. What?
Do you see?
In the city,
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah, but he does the other one.
He does it.
About stopping.
How'd that feel? Getting back in the flow a bit.
Weird. Doing all the things,
Yeah. You get used to it again. As you know, that when you're here, it does give you a lot of feedback with school.
Yes.
So it punishes bad behaviour, but it also...
It's good though.
Yeah. As you change things, it will start to feel different.
Beautiful day, mate.
I know. Can't complain.
As Stuart was saying, you have to familiarise ourselves with the cold water. But today it's probably only like 5 degrees, 6 degrees maybe, 8 degrees, not sure, but it feels beautiful. Sun's amazing. We don't get much of this in the UK, so and after that, which was a semi-successful lesson, we'll talk about in a little bit. I just took a walk down to the lake, and it's as you can see, pretty spectacular. I didn't really properly take this challenge serious until I booked it last week. Then it's like, okay, let's start to figure these things out. But the team is starting to form, and I'm going to need a team if I'm going to do this in the way that I want to do it. And as you can see or as you heard with Stuart, he's up for it, which is good. So now it's me, James, and Stuart all up for it. So we just need maybe a couple other people to jump on the boat. Got our pilots all booked. Swim's taking place on between the 14th and the 21st of September, if all things go to plan. Got some things to tick off along the way, but we're here for it. It's going to be a good journey. I'm excited. My hypothesis is that you can do these events on minimal training, and that most people don't do that. Most people overtrain, or most people sort of panic psychologically. They think they need to do more than what they do. The typical training for a channel involves a lot of swimming over a 2-year period. Typically, is considered the Everest of swimming. Now, I'm gonna attempt to do it. I'm gonna attempt to do it in and get it done within a 6-month training window. We can all do a lot more, or we're all capable of a lot more than what we do. The human body is amazing. I've been working with it, training mine and working with other people's human bodies for many years as well. I've seen what's possible in myself. I've seen what's possible in people I've worked with. I've seen what's possible with other people and challenges they're taken on. We are a very resilient and adaptable species if we give ourselves the ability or the time or the consistency to put our effort into one thing and achieving it. These things can be done. See you back at my house in a second. We're going to be jumping in this bad boy at 16.4, which is not that cold, but it's cold for me as I adapt. So the channel is going to be roughly around 18 degrees probably by the time I get to it. Potentially it could be colder, anywhere as low as 14. So I'm going to slowly get myself adapted over a period of time using something like this. Well, shit. James, whose idea was this again?
Yours, Dale.
Bad idea.